Hello, good morning. This is grammar class. Yes, Mm, I will start with parts of a speech. But coming to parts of a speech, it is no. I will not start with parts. First, I would complete. First, I would complete your given syllabus. Then only I would be mentally free that yes, your syllabus is completed. So my section, all the poems are completed. Poets are almost done. One or two poets are left, so it would be given. Then poets are completed, and then grammar section is so parts of his so précis and pair of words. I had given you general view over those things over those section. So now I will come to preposition and narration. Two are the major section to deal with. Then after I will come to a general grammar class. So preposition, today I will start with preposition. But coming before preposition, because preposition general definition is it shows relation between subject and object, right? Means first you should know about subject, predicate and object. What is the difference between all the three? Because subject, verb, object and subject, predicate and it generally creates confusion. Subject means whom we are talking about in a sentence, that is called subject. Whom we are talking about in a sentence is called the subject of a sentence. And predicate starts from verb. Definitely subject comes in first, then verb plus predicate. So predicate means the from subject, from the second word comes verb, and from the verb onward the rest part of the sentence will come as a predicate. And what object is? Object is the noun or pronoun that comes in the predicate, that is called the object of a sentence. I mean, suppose that Ram is a good boy, right? So we are talking about Ram, so Ram is a subject here and is a good boy. From is, the rest part is called the predicate of a sentence, and here boy is the object, right? Now it shows a preposition, and this is called object, this is called predicate, and this is called subject. Generally subject comes in the start, but many times it goes in the predicate also. So it depends upon reading a statement. We should concentrate whom we are talking about, whether it comes in start of the line, whether it goes in the end of the line. Generally it comes in the start, but it can go in the end also. So generally it happens. So you should analyze to whom we are talking about. We are talking about. The main thing is this. So coming to the preposition. The general definition is that it shows the relation between subject and object. Means the word comes, the noun or pronoun which comes in the predicate is called object, and subject is the start of the same word. A start of a word. So a starting word which is the subject of a sentence is definitely a noun. Is all time noun, right? No confusion here. Noun is the subject. Now always the subject of a sentence is a noun. Clear? Now comes preposition. Preposition, it can come in the start also. It can come just before the object. It can come just before the object. It can come in the start also. It can, yes, it has only two places, whether it can come in the start and it can come before the object. Means how I will definitely make you clear. So preposition, suppose that a girl is sitting under tree or under the tree. It doesn't mean article is not a word in parts of speech itself. I will deal parts of speech also, but first complete your syllabus. Tree is object here. A girl is sitting under tree. Tree is object here. Tree is object here. The before object is sitting under tree. Under means what? Under means preposition. Under means preposition that comes before tree, means definitely comes before object. So this is the place of a preposition. Preposition has a preposition has three forms. I mean, what is a simple preposition, compound preposition, phrase preposition, participle preposition. They are forms of preposition. Simple preposition, what exactly simple preposition is? Just to make you very clear, that simple preposition is a word. It doesn't have its meaning in itself. Although all the preposition doesn't have its meaning in itself till it is not coming with a noun. Every preposition gives you meaning only when it is supported by a noun. But फिर भी, even then, simple preposition like by, with, to, from, till, until, these are simple preposition. I mean, definitely it doesn't have meaning in itself. Even you go with a dictionary, so these words will come in the section of preposition. And then comes compound preposition. Compound preposition means it is give the sentence as an adjective type meaning. It has a meaning. It is a word in itself. It has a meaning in itself. And if it comes in a sentence with a noun, so it gives some adjectival meaning, adjective type. Suppose that my house is across, this house is across the road, means across the road. Across means us par. So definitely across means us par. So definitely it is an adjective also, and definitely it is a word in itself, and it has a it is a word in itself, and it is giving you an adjective meaning also. Suppose that the birds are flying above my head. The bird is flying above my head or over my head, and this is also a kind of a preposition. Compound preposition means giving you meaning. Definitely it is giving you meaning, but adjective type meaning also. Adverb, whatever adjective and adverb comes at the same floor. I will make it clear when I will come in parts of a speech later on. Adjective and adverb makes no difference, a bit of difference if it is there then. Flying over my head or above my head, it gives you meaning. Definitely full meaning. Above or over, it is a word in itself, and it gives you a adjective meaning also. So this is called compound preposition. Clear? Simple preposition and compound preposition. It is clear now? Now coming to phrase preposition. Phrase preposition actually what it is. Phrase preposition, phrase, phrase never comes single. Does it ever come single? Phrase means a jumble of words, a group of words. A group of words means in the mid there is a word supported by simple preposition. A word supported by simple preposition, this is called phrase preposition. Very simple. That simple preposition, either it can come in the left, or it can come in the right, or it can come both sides. Suppose that in accordance to, in accordance with, means in or with. Accordance is in the mid, supported by simple preposition, in or with. Both sides. In order to. Order is a word in the mid, and in just before, and in order to in the right place, to at the right, and in the left. So supported by both the sides, it is supported by simple preposition. This I am telling. It is supported by simple preposition. I'm giving you the examples. It has some supported at both the sides, but yes, there are many more places it will come in the in respect, and in order to, in respect to, in regard to. I mean, somewhere it can come in the left also, somewhere it can come in the right also, somewhere it can come both the side also. But matter is this: simple preposition must be there. If we are talking about phrase preposition, so it can't come alone. It can never come alone. It will definitely come with simple preposition. Clear? Simple with simple preposition. It can come with simple preposition. Done? So you have gone through simple preposition, compound preposition, and phrase preposition. And fourth one is participle preposition. Participle preposition means ing. With ing it will start, and with participle definitely a noun will come after it. Suppose that I am telling you. Suppose that I am telling you one sentence. I am telling regarding your letter. I am giving you. I am replying you with this answer. Okay? I am replying you this answer, or I am replying you regarding your letter. I am replying you this. Means regarding your letter. Regarding ing, this is preposition because it is connecting you, it is showing your relation, your answer with the letter, with the given letter. Regarding shows your relation between the answer and in against of the given letter. Again, regarding your letter, I am giving you answer. Means letter with your answer, with your giving answer. Both the thing, which one is connecting? Regarding. Regarding yesterday's fire, there is a rumor in the market. Suppose that regarding yesterday's fire, there is a rumor in the market. Means what? Means regarding yesterday's fire. Yesterday's fire, there is a rumor. Means there is a relation between yesterday's fire with the rumor. And which one is giving you that relation? Regarding. This I am saying. This is called participle preposition. Means ing form, participle. It in this way it comes with, and with participle noun will definitely come. So this is a participle preposition, that it is showing the relation but in participle form. Means what? It is showing the relation. Definitely it is showing the relation, but in the form of participle it is showing the relation. This is all about the four categories of preposition. And now one by one I will deal you the placing of simple preposition, the placing of compound and phrase. One by one I will deal it in detail, but this is the sar and substance of the form of preposition. Okay, the next video will come in detail one by one about the simple preposition or compound on this way. Okay, have a nice time. Bye.